Welcome to B&W Bites, a taste of industry news. I'm your host, Mark Siefert, and in today's 5 in 5, we look at design builds with Jason Ruffatti. He's going to tell us how design build projects can save your municipality time and money. Ready? Let's go. Jason, thanks for coming down for the 5 in 5. Tell me a little bit about yourself and how did you get involved in design builds?
Yeah, I've been with Baxter Woodman for the last 6 years. 3 out of those 6 years, I've been managing design build projects, and I kind of got into them as they were presented to me. Something I really like about design build, it's a collaborative and a very streamlined project delivery method as opposed to traditional design bid build. So
a typical project is going to be design, bid, build, long design time, bid, and then once the bid is awarded, then we start ordering equipment. Talk about the design build process that we use here at Baxter Woodman.
Mm-hmm. So, quick thing, we do have a separate design build company called Baxter Woodman Bowler Design Build LLC. We are partnered with a contractor called Bowler Construction out of Waukegan. We've been working with for decades. We do guaranteed lump sum design build projects. That means we write a scope and we'll maybe do anywhere from a 0 to sort of a 30% design on that scope. And then at that point, we start our pricing and we could even start construction at that point with ordering equipment, particularly long lead time equipment, as well as doing sort of construction initiation items while we're filling in the gaps with the final design.
So with the design build, you mentioned that we can take long lead times, we can, be engineering while stuff's on order. What are the advantages of having this one collaborative team? Talk about some of the advantages that you've seen to making, a project run efficiently and smoothly, having a design build team.
Sure. I think this has been a particular advantage since COVID and since sort of like the economic and world factor since COVID. We all know long lead times, pricing changes, things like that have occurred and continue to occur since COVID. Design build being a streamlined, lean project delivery method allows you to make really quick changes, get in a room with an owner, with your contractor, your subcontractors, identify what the issue is. Let's lay out the alternatives to mitigate the effects of that issue, and then let's move right away versus sort of like the long approval chain that comes with a particular, publicly bid project.
Now, I've heard you talk in the past about, everybody's on a collaborative team and making sure that we're working towards one singular goal, and if there are issues, we can work them out. Talk about some of the experience you've had, and why is working with that one team with one goal so important?
Mm-hmm. I think the most common issue we see is lead times increasing. So we put an order in for equipment. We think it's going to be half a year, 6 months to get that piece of equipment. Then turns out some interruption in the manufacturing process occurred. It's going to take double the time. What can we do to mitigate those schedule issues? And we can all get in a room and determine, come up with alternatives that will mitigate those schedule issues, whether it be, providing some temporary power or some kind of temporary facilities to make us not need that piece of equipment while we're building the rest of the system. And then when that piece of equipment arrives, we can pop it in and we're done, and with minimal schedule increase.
Last question. What type of projects are best for design build? And if a municipality thinks they have a project that would work out, what should they do?
I'd say the best projects for design build are projects you want to get done very quickly, projects that might have a tight budget. You want a guaranteed number for design, engineering, construction engineering, and just construction and installation before the project starts. That's a huge one for municipal CIPs. Projects that are relatively low risk, I would say the scope is pretty well defined. Usually my line of demarcation is if it's mostly above ground and we have a lot of information on the existing systems that we might be replacing or modifying. It's usually a good rule of thumb there. And I'd pretty much leave it at that.
Thanks for taking your time to come down and do the 5 in 5 today, Jason. As Jason said, design build projects can save a municipality time, money, and have a streamlined process. If you like what you heard today, listen to the full conversation at B&W Insights on Apple Music or Spotify. For our entire team here at Baxter Woodman, have a great day.